So the different levels of liars. In this video, I'm going to break down the different categories of lies. I'm going to start off with little minor lies and work my way down to major lies, and then give you examples for all of them. But before I start, every now and then we use some of these little minuscule lies here and there. That's cool. But as this video progresses, as we start getting towards the end of the video, if you find yourself using these lies, telling these lies, you are a bad person. Not being honest to save someone's feelings. So, might have two ladies, two females. One of them asks the other one, "Do you think I'm fat?" "Girl, you ain't fat. Them other girls are just skinny." In the back of her mind, she's thinking, "Nah, I wouldn't want to be like you." You know a man? He's always been doing foolishness throughout his whole life. Ain't had no direction. Yeah? A man didn't even get no proper education. Ain't got no skill or nothing like that. Just always doing foolishness. You decide, you know what, let me get a job. Boom. A man starts driving a lorry. He approaches you and says to you, "Yeah, I'm driving a lorry now." Like, boom. Man's focused. Man's on the straight and narrow, innit? "I'm doing well, innit?" Yeah, fam. You're doing well, fam. You're doing good for yourself, you know. In the back of your mind, you're thinking, "I wouldn't want to be where you are, fam." Little kid comes up to you in the family. "I painted this picture for you. Do you like it?" "Oh, it's so lovely. Look at, yeah, oh yeah, it's so lovely. I love it. I love the picture you painted for me." That is shit. That's what you're really thinking. But you're going to tell a child that what they painted for you is shit. No, you're not going to say that. So you're just going to lie to save someone's feelings. White lies. Boom. Late for work. Man's done this one plenty of times. A man's supposed to wake up at 6 a.m. to get to work for 8. Alarm goes off at 6 a.m. You know the one day where you just want to snooze the alarm once, twice, just an extra 5 minutes. Next thing you know, you run out of snoozes and it's 6:30. Man's woken up at 6:30 in the morning. I know I ain't going to get to work until 8:20 best, but more than likely 8:30. I'm already late. So what a man does is, man sends the manager an advance late warning text. "Oh yeah, boss, the Victoria line has a little bit of a delay on it, so I might be a 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes late. Just to let you know." And these times, the Victoria line, the service is good. As a matter of fact, all of the underground lines, the service is good. But man, I have to let the man know I might be a bit late. Your cousin hits you up. "Yo, fam, I'm having a barbecue at my yard in 3 weeks, you know. Make sure you're there, you know." Blood, come on, bro. You know me, fam. You know I always attend your things, fam. You don't need to give me no advance warning. Blood, listen, I'm already there, fam. Man can already taste that chicken in my mouth, you know. Back here, man, you're thinking, boy, my man's functions are usually kind of dead, you know. And it's not even a case of where you can just turn up there for an hour and dip out. Cause his house is 2 hours away. So it's a 2-hour journey there, an hour messing around doing nothing, and then a 2-hour journey home. You're like 5 hours out of my life to attend this dead function. Blood, I was just about to leave, you know, fam. Something's come up, you know. I got to sort out something with my gal in it, like, you know these women in it, they're headache in it. So fam, I ain't gonna be able to make the thing today, innit? But next time, innit, yeah, let me know next time. You know I'm there, innit? I got you, fam. These times the man spend the whole of his weekend in his house with his gal, or that same night, him and his brethren are linked up and gone down to Shoreditch, and they're just on the streets like some serpents looking for gal. Lies to impress people. "I live in West Hampstead." Nah, fam. You live in South Kilburn. "I live in Chelsea." Nah, fam. You live in Fulham. You just sip tea in Chelsea. I might meet a man up in Northampton and tell him where I'm from. Yeah. I know Edmonton. I know Tottenham. I know them areas. I go there all the time. Where, fam? Tell me where you go in Edmonton and Tottenham. I want to know. Well, not really Edmonton or Tottenham, more like kind of like Hertfordshire and St Albans and that, innit? But it's kind of like the same area, I guess, innit? Nah, fam, it's not. Stop breading, fam. Blah, look at my new Mercedes. Man bought the car outright in cash, you know. 50 grand. Man spent 50 grand on this car. These times, the man's breaking off money every month to go and pay off the finance. I actually know a girl. She went out on a date with a guy. Guy's gone to her house, picked her up, brand new Mercedes. He had to tell her that he bought the Mercedes outright in cash, alongside telling her how much money he earns and how good of a job he's got. I'm listening to it, I'm thinking, what a fucking idiot. But you don't need to impress no one, especially Gyal. Whenever I hear stories of a man saving up £50,000 and going and buying a car with that money, I never believe them. There's always that one person that would, but the average person, if they were smart enough and disciplined enough to save up £50,000 over a period of time, they wouldn't go and spend it on a car. Why would you do that? Why, when you can go and put that on a deposit for a house? Remember, I was at someone's house once before, and where they live is a nice house. So I said to them, oh, are you planning on buying this house? Because I just assumed that they hadn't bought the house. I've bought it already. Oh, okay, cool. Well done, well done, well done. These times I've gone to someone else's house and they're talking about the person saying, yeah, such and such person is looking at buying their house. And I'm like, hold on a minute. I was at that person's house last week and they said to me that they already bought the house. And they said, no, don't listen to that bullshit. They're looking at buying the house, but they ain't bought it yet. Certain man, they got a wardrobe full of all these different branded clothes, Balmain, Gucci, LV, Moncler. But they never ever bought any of them clothes from any of them stores. Never stepped foot in a Balmain shop or a Moncler store, none of them. Oh yeah, man got a link for that though, innit? Nah, fam, your clothes are fake, bro. Lies to hurt people. Anyone make up straight, outright lies to hurt someone or make someone look bad, you are a straight up hater. Fam, that car's alright, man. It's okay, it's average. Secretly, you're rating the thing and you wish you had that car. Man, that guy's girl's ugly, man. Like, fam, who would want to deal with that? Secretly, you're preying the girl's Instagram all the time. That man there's YouTube channel shit, man. He don't know what he's talking about. When secretly they're watching, but they just don't tell no one. Man, I don't rate that guy, man. Who is he? When secretly they're watching you and they're trying to compete with you. They're trying to outdo you. They're trying to be better than you. They don't tell no one that because they're really rating, but they're a hater. Cheating. I've done that before. Listen, I'm Jay Wise, not Jay Saint, okay? Now, I didn't even go through with the thing and cheat on this occasion, but the body language and the chemistry between myself and someone else was just inappropriate for a man that's supposed to have a girl at the time. So boom, I had a long break from my taekwondo training and I didn't go taekwondo for about 5 or 6 months. This is years ago. When I came back, obviously every now and then you'll get new people starting or old people coming back to the club, whatever. When I came back, there was this girl and you know, as soon as you walk in the room and you make eyes, you know, like, we gave each other that look. But anyway, I'm not entertaining it because I've got a girl. But over a period of time, I'll be in class, doing whatever I'm doing, innit? Talking to whoever I'm talking to. And I just catch the girl staring at me and I knew this girl wants trouble. But still, never troubled it, never even spoke to her, never had a conversation with her. But one time, we went on a little taekwondo training camp abroad. And guess who comes along? Now, there's only about 10 of us. And for the whole time, I've never had a conversation with this girl. This is going on for months, you know. I've been avoiding her. But now, we're in close proximity. I can't avoid her no more. So whilst we're at this training camp, we're training with another club. In total, there's like 30 of us. So it's easy for me to avoid her. But that evening, we get invited over to someone's house. Now, they got a big house and they got an outhouse where they can entertain guests. They got a massive dinner table in this outhouse. Guess who I'm sitting next to at the dinner table? From there, we just gravitated towards each other like two magnets. We weren't necessarily saying anything or doing anything like, we weren't touching each other or nothing like that, but it was just the energy. It was the energy that we were presenting to each other. It was wrong. It was wrong. If my girlfriend was yeah, she would have went mad. The energy, like, just, you know, you talk to people and you make eye contact with them and, you know, you might make strong eye contact with someone, but this was a different type of eye contact. It was like, let's hurry up and finish our meal and, yeah, that kind of eye contact. Next thing you know, we're on the coach going back to the hotel. She's all got her head on my shoulder. It was all wrong. It was all wrong. So we get back to the hotel and we just go our separate ways. Nothing happened at that point. The next day, my girlfriend at the time calls me up, as she always does. How's your trip going? How's the training going? Yeah, we done this, we done that, whatever, innit, yeah. In the evening, went over to one person's house and we had a little meal. Okay, how was the meal? Like, yeah, it was alright. Alright. Who is you sitting next to? Oh, just, sitting next to, obviously, all my taekwondo people then. Jay, who was you sitting next to while she was at this table? I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, blood, I swear, women, their intuition is like super on point, or they're psychic. I don't know. How the fuck did this girl know that I was sitting next to the other girl? How the fuck did the girl know that that girl was even attending the taekwondo training camp? She must have, I don't know, been following the girl or watching the girl on Facebook and knew that she was a part of my club or something like that, because I cannot work out how this girl knew I was sitting next to this fucking girl. I don't know, maybe the girl, someone took some pictures and put it on Facebook and the girl seen, I don't know, innit? But my girlfriend at the time knew that I was sitting next to this girl. Obviously, man just tried, I had to lie, innit? But that's what I mean, innit? Like, whether it's cheating or not, when people are cheating, obviously, that means you're lying, basically. Compulsive liars. Oh my God, I've had to deal with so many of these fucking idiots. They just lie about everything. They lie about things that they don't need to lie about. They will come up with stories. Oh, my sister bought this property. What the fuck's that got to do with me? Like, what has that got to do with this situation? Just lie about everything. Lie about where they grew up. Lie about what school they went to. Lie about what cars they've driven. Just lie about everything. Just lie about stupidness. There's two men that, well, kind of live on my side. I don't even know what the fuck these guys are, but there's two men that man know from young. All they do is fucking lie. It's usually to do with cars as well. I know a man, one of them used to go to college and used to walk around with a Mercedes car key in his hand to basically pretend that he drives a Mercedes. But people used to see him on the bus after college. How the fuck does that make sense? I know a girl, she lied about being half Thai, but this girl's fucking Indian. Like, why are you lying and telling people that you're half Thai? No one gives a fuck what country you're from, innit? Yeah, but if you're Indian, innit? We don't need to know whether you're half Thai or not. That ain't gonna make me like you more or less. Man, lie about everything. Yeah, I know this person, I know that person. I went here, I went there, I went all these different holidays and stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, why? Like, what is the need to lie? But apparently, when people compulsively lie like that, then they've usually had a troubled childhood and they feel like they need to lie all the time about just everything and anything, because it's almost like a defense mechanism. Maybe they were bullied when they were kids, so they feel like they need to always impress people. Withholding the truth. If you know the truth about something, someone asks you a question and you say you don't know, or yeah, you're lying. Do you know who stole that money out of mum's box? No, I don't know. It might not even been you, but you know who done it. That's lying. You're withholding the truth. Telling half stories. My boyfriend slapped me and he kicked me and he punched me. Yeah, but what about 5 minutes before when you keyed his car and you threw the remote control at his head? Oh, you forgot that. Selective memory. Oh, you forgot that part though, innit? So hopefully by now you can see the lies are getting worse and worse and worse. Fabricators. People who stage and make up extraordinary lies. I had a girl before lie and stage a viewing of a property, you know. I had a girl lie to me and say that her grandmother was going to buy us a property to live in. Now, I'm black, and in the black community, we just about struggle to buy our own property. But this girl's Indian, and to my knowledge, in the Asian community, they look after their own people. So if I heard that a grandparent was going to buy their granddaughter a property in the Asian community, I would believe it. My girl has taken me from my house. Edmonton's next to Chingford. We've gone to Chingford to view a property. fucking, this property was nice. Big detached house or whatever. Back then, in 2012, it was worth about 550k. Probably worth about 800 now. Walked around this property, I'm like, yeah, like man's visualizing, you know, moving in, bring my work van, bring my car, my girl's gonna have her car there, my motorbike there, like man's visualizing moving into this property. The girl made the whole thing up. The whole thing up. She staged a viewing of a property and said that her grandmother was gonna buy this property for us. For what reason, I don't fucking know. That's when you start getting into like them deep, bad, terrible lies. And the thing is as well, the worst thing is, when we were at this viewing, when we were walking around, remember these times, man's 19, you know, my gal at the time is 17. We're walking around this house and the owners of the house must have been thinking, who the fuck are these kids think that they can buy a house for 550 grand? It's just so stupid. But anyway, man's walking around the house and I'm mesmerized thinking like, yeah, this is gonna be me. I'm set for life, innit? Obviously, I didn't get the house, yeah, and broke up with the girl, but the whole thing was a lie anyway. But I'm glad that she made it up and she lied, because it gave me that vision that, yeah, you know what, this is something that I can achieve. Like, man, visualize it, you know, like, yeah, I'm gonna live here, live there, whatever. And now that that dream had been stolen from me, I thought to myself, you know what, man, need to work hard to get that for myself. I've had lie about being pregnant, you know. That's happened a few times. I'd say at least twice, maybe 3 times. When I say twice or 3 times, I don't mean, oh, I think. No, I mean the gal is telling me, listen, yeah, you are going to be my baby father. I'm like, nah. Obviously, they were lying, innit? Yeah? Like, there have been times where man knows someone who knows about the situation and we're laughing because the person, we blatantly know they're lying because they're saying, oh, 4 or 5 weeks ago, they was 2 weeks pregnant, and then when the time comes, oh, I'm only 3, oh, I lost the baby, oh, I had a miscarriage, just bullshit, innit? Just lying. But man's had girls lie on a couple occasions and tell me that they're pregnant. Dangerous liars. People who lied to get people in trouble. I had a man, you know, at the last place I worked at, lie on me, you know, and made it look like I weren't doing any work so that I could get fired by the director, because man had a little altercation with the manager and I told the manager to shut up. So the man made up something and made it look like I weren't doing no work and lied on me to get me fired. Now, I'll probably make a proper video about that, but I'm just going to touch on that briefly. A man lied. A man lied on me to get me fired, but man didn't even fight the thing. I'm like, yeah, boom, all right. If that guy wants to fire me, that's cool, and I'm going to go on it. But that is a prime example of a dangerous lie. Another one as well, recently, you know, all these riots and that going on in America. A man claimed that he was jumped by some African Americans and they beat him up. When really and truly, this man was standing up in the street with a crossbow. He shot an arrow at someone, I think, and a bunch of people jumped him and battered him. To be fair, I was watching the video. Obviously, the camera was a bit sketchy and shit. Like, they were, you know, weren't holding the camera properly. I don't think I saw any black people. There might have been black people there, innit? But the man didn't say, yeah, I was jumped by blacks and whites. He said, nah, I was jumped by black people. What he didn't know was the people them had him on camera doing all this foolishness. That's a prime example of a man making up a lie to get people in trouble. That man said that I think the people that approached him when he was in his car, or they dragged him out of his car. No, they did not. The man was on foot. And last but not least, evil liars. You are the lowest of the low if you do this. Man's seen programs where mostly women, but sometimes men do this as well, accuse men of molesting and sexually abusing children. Innocent men, you know. Man have gone to jail sometimes, you know. Even if they ain't gone to jail, man have been arrested for that sometimes, you know. And they're innocent. How the fuck can you make up a lie about a man molesting a child? If you hate someone that much, why don't you go and do them something? Yeah, at least give them a fucking chance. A lot of the time it happens is when women are vindictive against men or whatever, and they say, oh yeah, you know, my ex molested his own child or whatever. Sometimes, even worse, Sometimes a woman is with a man and her new boyfriend sexually abuses her child. Do you know who she blames it on? The actual dad. What the fuck's that about? How can you falsely accuse someone of child molestation? If you do that, you need to burn in fucking hell. And there are women as well. You know, the Me Too era and all that bullshit. Some of the women were victims, but there are some women, they've made it up. They've made it up. And the worst thing is as well, I believe if you falsely accuse anyone of any crime, if they are found innocent and you've made up that lie, you should do the time. I don't care if it's just a slap in the face. You accuse someone of slapping you in your face. If you accuse a man of raping you and he is actually innocent, he's found innocent, you should do the fucking time. Why have they not brought a law in where when women accuse men of rape, the men who are found innocent, the women have to do the time? Remember, that man has to pay all this money and shit, you know, defense lawyers and all that. How does he get the money back? How does he get the time back? You know, there's some women out there as well. They accuse men of rape like celebrities and shit. And obviously it's costly for these celebrities. Do you know what the lawyers, the defense lawyers do? They try to bargain with the women, say, look, all right, look, can we pay you out, man, so you can drop the charges? You know, some of them say, yeah, you know, yeah, 800 grand, a mil. So hold on, a man's raped you and you're willing to trade that for money. So your honor as a woman has a price, basically. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Now, maybe if someone punched you in your face, yeah, maybe you'll take a payout, innit? I ain't letting no one box me in my face. Yeah, I ain't taking no money for that. But your honor as a woman has a price on it. Right. I can't believe there's people out there that would actually, if it's true, they were raped by a celebrity or whatever, they would actually allow them to pay them to keep quiet. That just tells you what people are like in this world, man. No, you need to send that man to jail, not just for you, for the next victims. Yeah? You might be saving 10 other women who could be in line. Anyway, that's the levels of different liars, yeah? Stay wise.